The situation is alarming. In fact, there are times it's been said social media is now becoming anti-social media, and the judiciary too is very concerned, because when they say in the past every action has an equal and opposite reaction, just now what we see is disproportionate reaction and completely unwarranted reaction in instances. These are all discussions that are taking place in courts of law. Joining me on India First is Adil Singh Boparai, an advocate and spokesperson of the Congress party. Vineet Jindal, again an advocate, who sought that the Chief Justice of India not just retract his statement regarding Lord Vishnu in that petition, and he's joining us on the show. Professor Dinesh Varshne is a member of the National Executive of the Communist Party of India. Ratan Sharda is an author and analyst, writes on the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. Dushyant Sridhar is a Vedic scholar. My first question is to India Today's Anisha Mathur, who tracks the Supreme Court, was present in court when the initial remarks were also made, which was said that they've been blown out of proportions and incorrectly reported in social media. Anisha, what more do we know about the lawyer who attempted to hurl a shoe at the Chief Justice of India, and is any action being taken against him?
See, Gaurav, the Bar Council of India has issued a notice. They've issued a suspension order. In fact, this person, Rakesh Kishore, who is, according to the IDs that have been provided to the Supreme Court Bar, this person was enrolled in 2009 in the Delhi Bar. He's reportedly been practicing in the Karkaduma court and in fact is a temporary member of the Supreme Court Bar. The irony, however, is that I've been trying to speak to a lot of bar leaders in Karkaduma, in Delhi, and in the SCBA. Nobody seems to know who he is. He doesn't seem to have much of a practice. But he is an enrolled bar member. What is also important to note is that the Bar Council of India has suspended him. He is not at present allowed for the next 15 days at least to practice anywhere, to appear anywhere, not even to claim himself to be a lawyer. The Bar Council of Delhi is also expected to file a detailed report within 2 days about this particular person. But if you see what happened today, Gaurav, it is a shocking incident. This person is an enrolled lawyer. He is a bar member. He walks into the Supreme Court, into the highest security zone, in one of the highest security zones in the country, bends down, takes off his shoe and tries to hurl it at the dais. The irony, of course, by the way, Gaurav, is that he, at the same time, because he misses really, he doesn't actually hit the judges, then he tells the other judge, Justice Chandran, that I'm sorry, my lord, this was meant for the Chief Justice. He's very clearly saying in open court that he was trying to attack the Chief Justice of India.
Shocking.
In that time period, he's of course caught by the security forces, his security personnel. He's taken out, and while he's being taken out, he says, Sanatan ka apmaan nahin bardasht hoga. So now what we're trying to find out really, Gaurav, is what motivated this man. Who is he? Because nobody in the bar seems to know him. I, in fact, reached out to the Adhivakta Parishad, which is the BJP RSS lawyers wing. They also don't seem to know him. Who this person is, where he comes from, okay, we don't seem to know. But he is somebody who is member of the bar.
Okay. Vineet Jindal, this is unacceptable, and especially in the temple of justice, that too from a lawyer. But respond to the criticism that this is a toxic environment that has now engulfed our society in the past 10 years, and even lawyers are affected by it.
Look, Gaurav, definitely this incident is definitely condemnable, and nobody is supporting it. Even being a member of bar, being a Sanatani, I am not supporting it, definitely. I have straight away write a letter to CJI when I think that the comment which is made by CJI, it is wrong. I have straight away, that is my constitutional right, I've done that. The second point is, right now we are talking about the thing which is very important. Now the political party, the Congress especially, is talking about this incident happened because the ruling party, BJP, is inciting the people against the judiciary and other people thing. Kindly mind it, the leader of Congress, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, every day making very critical remarks, very objectionable comments against judiciary, against election commission every time. Even in parliament 3 years back, this Rahul Gandhi specifically stated that the courts of India has been suppressed the voice of states. What is that? So this political expectations and political things, you can say that definitely they are using it, but okay, definitely the people have been hurt. And the way CGI has saying that we are he's respectable, he is respecting the all religion. That is definitely we are accepting it. We are accepting his comment. But
Let me bring in Adil Singh
beyond it.
Boparai into this conversation. Mr. Boparai, the incident is being condemned and must be condemned by all. But how is this a result of 100 years of RSS hate poison corroding minds and weakening respect for institutions? As your party leader Manikam Tagore writes, is there a link between the accused and the RSS, sir?
Gaurav, this is a very sad day for our country. This is a blot on our glorious history, and I think this must be condemned in the strongest words possible. This is not just an attack on the judiciary. I would go one step further. This is an attack on our constitutional scheme of things. The Honorable Chief Justice, Justice Gavai, is an epitome of humility, of grace, of justness, of knowledge. And this kind of fanaticism does not bode well for our country. As a lawyer, as a citizen, I think I am deeply concerned. Where are we going as a society? This kind of hate which is inflicted and which is engulfed our body politic. Where are we going as a society? I think it's time that we must take stock of what is happening in this country. That's point number one. Point number two, something which is very telling, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Has the Prime Minister of this country condemned this incident? Because perhaps I haven't read anything. You're a journalist, so you are, of course, glued into what is happening every minute. Could you kindly tell your viewers and to the panelists, has the Prime Minister given out a statement of condemnation, Gaurav? Has the Home Minister of this country given out a word of condemnation? Has the Law Minister of this country condemned this incident? Gaurav, I'm waiting for your response. Is there an official statement by the Prime Minister or the Home Minister or the Law Minister condemning this extremely unfortunate incident? I think where are we going as a society? And let me go one step further. It is not just the BJP. It is this toxic environment which is propelled by the BJP and BJP activists on social media. And it is also a large section of the media, a large section of the mainstream media, which is injecting this hate in our society. This is the same hate, Gaurav, which we saw in the aftermath of the independence of this country, when you had individuals like Nathuram Godse. This is the same kind of hate which is spreading in our society. I am deeply concerned. Today I am broken
Let me
in
bring
this
in
country.
Let me bring in Ratan Sharda to respond. The Congress says this is a result of 100 years of RSS hate poison corroding minds and weakening respect for institutions. And Ratan Sharda, how would you respond to a lack of response, as the Congress says, from the government on this? And it's the same mindset that prevailed, as Adil Singh Boparai said, post-independence and the actions of Nathuram Godse.
Gaurav, it is very easy for Congress to make charges, then run away apologies to the courts. It's their regular habit. They take action, then they withdraw the action, claiming that they have won victory. So let me not go down that lane. So Bopar has been very clever and very, kind of arguments he put, so nobody can put a finger on him. But let me talk of this toxic environment and all that. In 1947, RSS swamseks fought with army in Kashmir, and many swamseks died. During partition, swamseks died saving Hindus and Sikhs and saving people in Sindh, Punjab, everywhere, and taking rehabilitation. What was the felicitation? They were oppressed. They were asked to shut down, and Gandhi's assassination gave them a chance of banning RSS. Within 1 month, the report was out by CID that RSS had no hand in the assassination. Still, the story carried on. The charade carried on. It is carried on even now in different names. And they gave us a constitution. In any other nation, such organization would have been honored that they have saved lakhs of people. But no, in our country, they were called rioters, they were called communal. And then we have constitution which is heavily loaded against Hindus and in favor of minorities, section 25 to 30. But we will keep on saying it's secular or constitution. If it is, then why the laws are not equal? And the Congress, which has a story of making Hindus as terrorist people, Hindu terror, saffron terror, communal violence built which went against Hindus as a majority community, looting temple funds, distributing for government needs, thousands of kilograms of gold melted, used for government purposes, for non-Hindu purposes. All that is fine. Sabrimala's temple door becomes a brass door, and we keep quiet. And the courts can say that you should go to Vishnu, but they will not say that masjid people under ASI should be repaired without any call to the god. I, as a Hindu, condemn what has happened, because Hindus carry the cross of being protectors of the constitution, protectors of the secularism. But this abuse of secular character of Hindus in different
Okay.
names is what creates this kind of environment which they are responsible. It's not RSS. RSS is simply saying we should not raise these kind of issues. We should not create bitterness. We should talk to each other. It is Congress which has continuously abused RSS, Hindus. Sanatan
Okay.
is Zahar, malaria. Same Congress people supported them. The misuse of temple funds, same Congress people supported them. The laws like this, and that is my problem. So, despite
Okay.
the
I'll get
apology
Adil
for
Singh
what has
Boparai
happened
to
as Hindu,
respond.
I think this kind of charges should be not done, because somebody like a lunatic takes a step, but to bring in RSS, BJP without any shred of evidence, like it has happened all last 80 years, that should stop, because that even ultimately
Okay.
go against them, because Hindus are fed up with kind of abuse they face every time for something. When
So
somebody
you're
says
saying why
Nupur
bring a
Sharma ko
lunatic
latka do
and
khambe se, when somebody says Kashi ka Vishwanath Fawara hai, then you charge somebody like Nupur Sharma as creating vicious atmosphere. She is living under fear of arms, but nobody else who created this kind of poison is ever punished, ever taken up. Sar tan se juda. Did
before I
Congress
bring
ever
in Professor
criticize it?
Varshney and
What is
Dushyant
Sar tan se
Sridhar,
juda?
okay, I want to quickly bring in Anisha Mathur only on facts, because the words that were attributed to the Honorable Chief Justice of India when it came to that case, and Advocate Jindal, you may also like to weigh in after Anisha, he didn't utter those words or words to that effect. It was misinterpreted, he said, and Anisha, you were present in court that time.
Yes, Gaurav, let me just clarify on air for our viewers and for our panelists. And we've seen this coming in after this was reported. Also, I was attending the court when this matter came up. The counsel who mentioned this matter said it is a religious issue. It is a ASI monument. The Chief Justice said it is an ASI monument. Go to them, file a representation before them. When the lawyer refused to back down, when the lawyer refused to withdraw his petition, that is when the Chief Justice said, well, if it is that important to you, you can pray to your God. It is not within our power to give you any relief. That was misreported in multiple media reports, and I can say that with all sense of responsibility that it was misreported, and this is something that the SCBA has said today in its resolution also, that there was misreporting of what the Chief Justice said. The Chief Justice has not said that I don't want to interfere. The Chief Justice has not said that I don't respect religion. What has he said? He has said it is an ASI protected monument. I cannot interfere. Please go to them.
Okay.
If it is so important to you, you can pray to whoever you want. It is not my job. The problem here is that we at one point go to the Supreme Court for absolutely everything, and then we also attack the judges for saying absolutely anything. We are living, Gaurav, in a situation where people believe that just because they have heard part of the information or something has been tweeted somewhere, something has been put on some social media handle somewhere, anybody and everybody has the right to escalate the situation.
And perhaps that is why that
Today.
response that, social media has become anti-social. Okay, I have to bring in Professor Varshney, but go ahead. Adil, please come, Mr. Boparai.
Gaurav, I need to respond to what Mr. Sharda has said. The problem today is that mediums of communication are being used to brainwash people. What we are talking today is an absolutely terrible incident on the 6th of October 2025. I think this requires unequivocal condemnation. And it would have helped. It would have helped had the Prime Minister of this country, had the Home Minister of this country, and the Law Minister of this country come out and stood in solidarity with the judiciary. Because today, every right-thinking individual who believes in the rule of law, who believes in the Constitution, today
Okay.
stands in unison with the judiciary. It
Sir,
is
that point you've made earlier too. If there's an additional point, I'll come to you because I have to bring in Professor Varshney. Professor Varshney, I want to take you back in history for a moment. There was an accused called Mohammad Raisuddin. Mohammad Raisuddin was booked under NDPS, and I'm taking you back to 2016 in the month of July. In Bidar, he hurled a shoe at the judge when his bail was cancelled. In 2013 May, when Sajjan Kumar was acquitted in 1984 anti-Sikh riots case, the shoe was hurled at the Honorable Sessions Judge. No one that time said, toxic environment, 10 years, BJP government is doing all of this. Why this politics around this step now in your view, sir?
Look, Gaurav, there was a condemnation of those acts also at that time by all political parties. It is not like that we have not condemned it. But today the act is a result of that hatred and poisonous propaganda of BJP, RSS and their cronies, and there are a lot many senas which they protect directly or indirectly to fan the communalism in the country. And it is a result of that. They are propagating not only communalism, they are propagating the communalism on the basis of the myth. There is no credible evidence that the headless statue in the Khajuraho. I have been to Khajuraho twice. I have seen them very well. I am a professor of history. I know what is archaeology is. I know how statues are made. There are hundreds of statues in National Museum, Indore Museum, Mathura Museum. There are so many museums where head is not there, or hand is not there, or something is not there. So it has become a tendency of the right reactionaries and these RSS cronies and the BJP cronies to bring one or the other communal issues to the court and take the shelter of the court. This attack on CJI is an attempt of that. Earlier also, Nishikant Dubey attacked the Chief Justice of India. Just 15-20 days ago, one of the chief advisor of the Prime Minister of India has alleged the entire Supreme Court that they are the burden, they are the hindrance towards the Viksit Bharat. As and when anything comes against the government, they sing the thing. It is an attempt of those communal politics of the BJP RSS, which is killing the scientific temperament. Every government should build the scientific temperament among the youth, among the middle ages, among the... This advocate is a 71-year-old. You see, he's not a young boy. Yes. An advocate is an academic person. He's an academic person. He's not a street boy who is fighting for a water on the street or fighting for a ball on the street or fighting for any sports item on the street. He's a 71-year-old.
Let me bring in Dushyant Sridhar. Ratan Sharda also wants to come in. Sir, permit me to bring in Dushyant Sridhar. I'm just coming to you, Mr. Sharda. Dushyant Sridhar, some see this incident as a casteist remark against the Chief Justice of India. There are also those who are linking this to a Brahmanical mindset to intimidate the Chief Justice of India. Are these, in your view, very carefully chosen words? What do you make of very senior lawyers using words like this, a Brahmanical mindset or a casteist attack? And do you agree, sir?
Namaskaram, Gaurav, and namaskaram to all my fellow panelists. I patiently heard them. At the outset, as a Bharatiya, as a citizen of India, I absolutely condemn such a nasty attack on the highest court, and that too the Honorable Chief Justice of India. There could be differences of opinion even with the judge or a judgment, but there is a way where you protest. There is a manner in which you say your resentment. This, of course, is a very nasty act. Whoever has done it, completely condemnable. Gaurav, I would just like to draw your attention to one particular aspect. An attack physically is bad. An attack which is vicious in nature and has many undertones is also bad. In the last few years, I've seen some members, I'm an apolitical person, but as a citizen, I see some statements coming from the political circles, raising a lot of doubt on judiciary, raising a lot of doubt on judiciary and the judgment, on CBI, on Election Commission. That is equally bad. See, for example, Gaurav, if you remember in 2024, when the Honorable Chief Justice of India then, Chandrachud ji, had invited the Honorable Prime Minister of India to his Ganapati Puja in his house, there were various remarks made stating that this is not right and this is not right. Currently, you see the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu attending to the reception of a judge's house. So is that wrong? So attributing and ascribing malintentions to the on the judiciary, on the judges, on the CBI, on the Election Commission is also equally bad. So we should take cognizance of that as well.
But do you see this as casteist and Brahminical? As is
Absolutely
being...
not. Absolutely not. So, see, if we bring in the caste angle, then we will have to bring in caste angle in every statement made. We have to bring communal angle in every statement made. Just now, one of the members of the panel who is from India today stated that she is witness to the fact. She is witness to the fact that the statement made by the Chief Justice was not of any evil nature. It was just made in a certain context. So, what if somebody takes it out of the context and says he's attacking Hinduism? So the same way is the statement made by a member of the advocate community stating that it is a Brahminical mindset. Why? Has he gone through the caste details of the person who has thrown the shoe?
Advocate Jindal, the Supreme Court the Advocates on Record Association passed a resolution condemning this unwarranted and intemperate gesture of the advocate in question. Your reading of those who describe this incident as a casteist remark or, linking it to a certain Brahminical mindset?
Yes, I have written on Twitter recently that I have again said that if the statement made by the Chief Justice of India at that time, if it is that, definitely he said to say sorry. So now I am attacking by certain people who belongs to a certain community. If I am go over by that way, then definitely it is wrong. So I don't think it is put in like that. It should be stopped. Definitely, whosoever the people of an opposition party on a regular basis saying that our judiciary corrupt, our courts are corrupt, our election commission has already been taken in the playing in the hands of the government. So what they are doing? So putting allegation on each other is not a solution. The solution is if the CJI is not saying a word which is print in the media, then definitely he's passed an order to take down all the statement which is published by the media people in the mainstream media. That can be done. Why not that can be done if it's not saying?
Okay, Anisha wants to come in and Ratan Sharda wants to come in. Okay, Anisha, quickly. Quickly, Anisha, before I bring in Mr. Ratan Sharda, because I have to bring in Adil Singh Boparai.
I just have one point to make here. The debate that we're trying to create is on the issue that we need to have some sort of moderation. We need to stop the toxicity that is there. We cannot have somebody throwing a shoe at the Chief Justice and then saying, Sanatan ka apmaan kar rahe hain. The problem here, Gaurav, and for our panelists, we are looking at it purely from a political perspective. What we also need to look at is the fact that on social media, on statements that are being made by various people and I apologize for saying the next sentence, by some people on our panel itself, why exactly is everything being politicized? Why is it that a Chief Justice cannot say, I'm sorry, I will not hear this matter, please go away, without being attacked on a communal angle? And let's be real here. This man actually made the statement in the courtroom saying ki Sanatan ka apmaan ho raha hai. So somebody has to answer to that. Why is it that a judge refusing to hear a petition is being condemned for attacking a religion? How is refusing to hear a petition attacking a religion? We need to balance that.
Mr. Jindal, you want to quickly respond before I bring in Ratan Sharda and Adil Singh Boparai?
Definitely, Gaurav. I am again saying if the statement which is published by the mainstream media is not made by the CJI, that should be condemned, that should be taken back. The order can be passed, but nothing has been done. If it is so, definitely the people has been hurt. Why not? Can CJI tell the same thing, same words for the other religion? This is wrong, and how the CJI says that, and how the CJI says.
Okay, hold on. I want to bring in Ratan Sharda because time is at a premium.
I am very sorry to say.
Okay, Mr. Varshney wants to come in. Only Mr. Varshney before I bring in Adil Singh Boparai.
Can pass an order, ask the ASI.
Defending a culprit who has
The
a poisonous type of mind in his mind
Jindal.
is the 71 years
has
of
been
age.
made, that is wrong.
Why has he not
That's
shown a
it.
scientific temperament and understand that myth cannot be
Okay.
reality?
Ratan Sharda, respond to the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge saying that this mindless act shows how hate, fanaticism and bigotry has engulfed our society in the past decade.
Gaurav, I already responded to what Khadge said in the beginning. I won't repeat myself. It's a waste of time. For me, more important is your correspondent talked about toxicity. What is toxicity? When Congress starts attacking RSS BJP for an action of an aged old man, loony man onto RSS, that is creating toxicity and creating politics around it. Mr. Vashne, very respected professor, I love him. He says that we should have scientific temper. When Saraswati River was being searched, discovered with scientific evidences, Congress party stopped the funding of that particular project. Is that scientific? When communist people controlling the history books, whitewashed history, removed many elements which show Mughals in bad light, invaders in bad light, that was scientific. Where Ram Mandir has been broken, where Ram Mandir decision was being... Sir, एक minute.
I want to,
Sir,
for a
मुझे मत
moment,
बोलिए।
stay on the current incident, Mr. Sharda and
Yes.
Mr. Varshne. I want to bring in Adil
I
Singh
am saying
Boparai
what
and
is
only
scientific
Adil Singh
temper.
Boparai, no cross talk,
My
please.
argument is
Adil
simple.
Singh
I
Boparai,
am one of the
Advocate
person who's
Sanjay Hegde recounts an incident that happened before as well. Chief Justice of India, Hidayatullah, again from Nagpur, he at one point of time had a shoe thrown at him by some disgruntled litigant. He ordered the shoe to be returned to the man, saying he's already lost the case. Let him not lose his shoe as well. In the current incident, sir, I once again come back. Is there any evidence to link or to suggest that this is a casteist remark against the Chief Justice of India or a Brahminical mindset to intimidate the Chief Justice of India, as is being alleged or claimed by very senior advocates?
Gaurav, I can speak for my party and I can speak for myself. The fringe of the yesteryears, the fringe which extols violence, hatred, bigotry, casteism, today has become mainstream in this country. And unfortunately, you have individuals, prominent individuals, who come out to national television and try to defend it, or in a folk manner try to give tacit approval. This is
Fair enough.
disconcerting.